Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'd like to present to you episode 180, and I'm jumping a little bit ahead here with episode 180, because I had some individuals this past week talking to me about some stuff that is going to be the topic in this episode, which is defining whether or not your person that you're dealing with has N.P.D. or not. Now, these individuals I spoke to earlier this week, or earlier last week, they were talking to me about some instances that are going on in their lives with some individuals, and these people are not actually sure, I think, that the person that they're dealing with actually may have narcissistic personality disorder. But one of the things that's going on is that these individuals that they're dealing with are definitely displaying narcissistic personality disorder traits in their behavior, and these are traits that I have come across not only in dealing with my own narcissist, but in dealing with many different narcissists that are affecting other people on the channel, as well as just the information that I've come across in my study periods over the past 3 years into narcissism and into all the attached disorders. So that being said, what's going on with these people that makes them think that they're not dealing with a person who has N.P.D.? Because there are definitely clear things that can go on with a person who is exhibiting some N.P.D. traits. And commonly one of the things that goes on is avoidance, large-scale avoidance of certain things. Now, this one woman on my channel is having an incident right now where what's going on with the person she's dealing with is that this person has been doing some behaviors that she finds very questionable. They're disappearing. At times she can't find them. She'll telephone this person or call this person or send them a text message and they don't answer for a number of hours, and they're out somewhere in the evening, but they're also doing this at work as well too, where they're not responding. Now, indeed, this person may just be busy, but this is a couple that are involved with each other. They're a married couple, and they haven't been married that long, but she has seen these types of behaviors start with him in the past, almost immediately after they got married. And he's doing some other behaviors too. Some of the behaviors he's doing is he's saying he's going to do something and then not doing that thing. Making plans to do something with this person, not doing that thing all of a sudden, backing out of it all of a sudden, giving a defined excuse why that person doesn't want to do that, or just giving a very wishy-washy excuse why they don't want to do that. So this person is becoming increasingly suspicious of this person's behavior. Another thing that they're doing is just not doing certain things that you should be doing when you're living with a spouse, like paying bills on time. Behaviors of this nature that are just very suspicious. Not explaining where money is going in their accounts. These types of things. Now, you could say that, oh well, maybe this is just a person that has some problems going on in their life or whatever. They're not very stable or whatever. This could be the case, but generally if you're dealing with a person who has that type of instability, they talk to that individual, or they talk to you about what may be going on in their lives. They may say, oh, I'm having some financial problems, I'm having some problems paying this or that, please bear with me here, times will get better, we'll work our way through this and whatever. That's not what this person is doing. They're actually not doing certain things, not following through with certain things that they do, not following through with things that they promise to do in certain instances. Excuse me. Another example here is being late with bills, not paying bills at all, not telling this person that's their spouse that they haven't paid the bills for some reason, because this person suddenly gets a call from some collection agency saying, hey, you haven't paid the credit card in 4 months, or whatever. This is the type of thing that's going on with this woman. So, does this mean that this person is dealing with a person who has N.P.D.? No, it doesn't automatically mean that. But this is a thing that N.P.D people do. Narcissistic people, even lower levels, lie to get out of situations. They lie when they know they're going to get in trouble. They lie when they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, you know, and there's other instances of this that go on. Now, of course, this can be different from individual to individual, because all narcissists are a little different, but they all do behave very much the same. But I've had other incidences where I've had people tell me that their narcissists have been doing similar things. You know, one person that I know here off the network was telling me that their husband hadn't paid the car payment on the car for a number of months. And they didn't tell them. They had the car company calling them up all of a sudden saying, hey, you know, your husband hasn't made any payments on this car for some period of time. What's going on? He wasn't telling her anything about this. Why was he not telling her anything about this? Because this guy had a cocaine habit. He was putting all the money for the bills up his nose. And commonly, as we know, a lot of narcissists have substance abuse problems. And when I say this, I'm not fucking just blowing steam out of my ass. This is stuff I've researched. Narcissists commonly have alcohol problems, drug problems, prescription medication problems. This is a thing that a lot of narcissists have, and when they hide these things, they don't do things that they should be doing. Why? Because they lie. They lie to get out of trouble. Generally, people who are on the up and up and who are trying to behave straight with you, they don't lie to you about these things. And you would say, well, you know, maybe this person, again, just has some problems in their life. This is fine if you have problems in your life. But when you have problems where you're fucking putting, like, tons of money up your nose and not paying your bills, that's a major problem. Where the problem comes into this being a narcissistic personality disorder issue is the factor that you are now not telling your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or whomever that you're doing these things, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're hiding this. Where does this work into being narcissistic? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly where this works into that. When you are hiding serious information like this from a spouse or a girlfriend or somebody you're having a serious relationship with, that's a narcissistic trait. It's a clinical narcissistic trait to do this. This has been proven within narcissism. You can go anywhere on the internet and look this up. Any narcissistic expert worth their weight will tell you that when you are lying to a spouse or a girlfriend or somebody close that you're in a serious relationship with about serious things like this, like hiding where money's going, or you have a big major ass drug problem, and you're doing stuff like this, this is the action, or these are the actions of a narcissistic person. And these are the actions commonly of a clinically narcissistic person on top of that. Because when you're lying to a spouse or an individual or anybody like this in a serious way like this, this shows clinical narcissism. This shows that you don't have enough regard for that person that you're with to tell them the truth about what's going on with you. You're hiding stuff. You're trying to get away with behavior that is not considered to be okay with that person. These are the things that narcissistic individuals do. These are the things that clinical narcissistic individuals do. They behave in these ways. They lie, they hide things, they cheat, they do all this stuff because they know all this stuff is stuff that they should not be doing. And they try to get away with it. They try to pull the wool over your eyes. They try to make it look like, oh, nothing's going on. You know, I'm not doing this. I'm doing these things. Oh, I'm not doing anything here like this. But they are indeed doing high-level behaviors that are considered of a clinical narcissistic nature. And this is what defines the difference between somebody who just has a couple of problems or just, you know, has a more serious problem here. If you're putting a ton of coke up your nose on a monthly basis and not paying your bills, and you're not telling your wife, you, my friend, are a narcissist. I don't care what anybody says here. The reality is if you're behaving in this way and you're lying to somebody else about these particular things that are going on, you are exhibiting clinical level narcissism, because you don't have enough regard to tell that person the truth about what's going on. You don't care about that person. You don't care about what that person's opinion is of you. You don't care about what they think. You don't care about the fact that you may indeed be getting them in hot water with credit card companies and whatever, and credit companies or whatever. You don't give a shit that you may indeed be drawing them into your nonsense with you. So you are focusing, again, you are self-absorbed, you are focusing on yourself, you are doing what you want to do without any regard to anyone else. That is the definition of a clinical narcissist. And there's no confusion here. So if there's people out there who are dealing with this, and you are going, oh, well, I think my husband just has a little bit of a problem, or my wife has a little bit of a problem, they're not really a narcissist, but whatever's going on. If they are doing these things, you're dealing with a narcissist. You're dealing with a clinical narcissist. I can't tell you exactly what level of one you are dealing with, but you are indeed dealing with a clinical narcissist. And make no mistake on this. There are tons of experts on the internet who will back up what I'm saying here. You are dealing with a narcissist. Do not be confused by these behaviors being minor behaviors that are not of a serious nature. They are of a serious nature, and they indicate a person that you're dealing with may indeed have clinical narcissism, and you better watch out for this person. Watch them very carefully. Keep evidence of what they're doing. And above all things, inform yourself about what you're dealing with. There are tons of experts on the internet that can tell you whether or not you're dealing with a narcissist. Not just my network. You can find information about this on the N.A.R.C.N network as well. But there's also a bevy of narcissistic experts out there with doctoral degrees that will tell you the same thing and back up what I'm saying here, and will be able to indicate to you and tell you for sure that you are indeed dealing with a person who has narcissistic personality disorder, and maybe it's time to get a hold of that and make some changes in your life. So this has just been episode 180. I just wanted to talk to you guys quickly about this because this was on my mind earlier when I was taking a bike ride and getting some stuff done this morning, and I decided to do this video right now and just present it on the N.A.R.C.N network. So I'm going to say, please stay tuned. I got other content coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network over the next couple of weeks. I'm producing a lot of content right now of varying different topics and subjects, but everything to do with narcissism and everything to do with all the related disorders to do with narcissism. So I'm just going to say to you guys, hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to catch you soon in some upcoming videos.